Hi, and welcome back to City Girl with Country Roots. I thought that we would start the day out with showing you like what my current backyard garden is looking like. As you can see, this is last year's vegetation, in which we will be getting ready to definitely get these boxes cleaned out because I need to bring my spinach as well as the kohlrabi and a lot of the other cool weather crops out here. But do know that this is a good opportune time, especially if it's early in the morning, or if it's been a good rain, to really start the fact of cleaning out your beds. Because if you have old vegetation like I do, it'll make it easier to actually pull it out. As you can see right over there, I need to clean up my asparagus from last year and come through and cut them down and remove all the old foliage. Right here, I grew some tomatoes, and there's my strawberries and everything. So I need to come out here and like really clean these beds, throw some fertilizer down on the strawberries and even the asparagus and everything, so with that way they can come back and be even stronger. Over here last year I grew broccoli, cauliflower, as well as some peppers. And so I need to come through and just definitely clean all of that out. And what I'm going to do between these probably two beds right here, as you can see, this year I'm going to try to do like a lot of people have done, is put in the arch trellises. And I will probably actually grow my green beans from this bed to that bed on a trellis, and maybe even some cucumbers. I'm not sure, because normally I grow my pole beans on this contraption here, but I think I'm going to give it a rest. And the reason being is, as you can tell, it's a pretty nice size contraption. So if I take it out and put it in one of the 4x4 beds, it kind of will take up more room than what I want to give up this year in the bed. But if I put in the trellises, then I can just put them on the ends and link it to end and be okay. Over here, you see, this is where we grew the okra, and as you can tell, I'm taking you all the way up there because that's literally like how tall my okra grows. It grew as tall as my next door neighbor's actually garage. Actually, it's taller than her garage. And right through here is where we had the tomatoes and everything. And of course, what happened is we would rotate all of that because we had the corn, the okra, and the rest was tomatoes. And then right in here, I will walk you over there to where you can see where we had, you'll see these little holes down here. And what you can tell is that we had our squashes and stuff in there. I love this black fabric. And somewhere there might be a hole, like where you can see down there where the tomatoes was coming in, or where there's no fabric at, then, then that's where I actually have all my grass. Other than that, this fabric works to keep all the grass and the weeds out of your garden. So I truly love it. In fact, I have it laid down at one of my community gardens, so that way we don't have to go through there and weed eat a whole lot. This bed right here last year also grew all of our cabbages and everything. And towards the end, we had cabbages, and it also had our mustard greens and our turnip greens. And then we flipped the end of it, and it also grew our bok choy. But we turned around and flipped it and started growing green beans in it. So we know that I can't put any green beans on the end, and I cannot put anything from the brassica family back in there. Well, technically I could, but if you want to cut down on disease pressure, it's best to not do that. Let me see if I can zoom you in a little bit or walk you around here so you can see that my lemon balm, which is an annual here, but I need to cut back this old foliage. But under there, it is growing. It is actually regrowing. So that would be something to constantly work on too. We also got to work in our container gardens, which is right here. It is up on pallets. So with it being up on the pallets, I will take and come through and actually change out some of the dirt or just kind of refreshing it. It just depends. But in this last year, we basically grew a lot of lettuces. What you see in here is where we also went from lettuce to growing tomatoes. And then this one right here, we grew nothing but flowers in it. So we grew our cucumbers and everything in that, along with our lettuce. Oh, and our carrots. We still have a couple of little baby carrots right there. Right here, you can see we still have a lettuce. It reseeded itself from last year as well. But we'll come through and clean out the bulk of it, and what we're not going to use or keep, then we'll take care of that. You can see some of my grow bags. And from there, we grew potatoes in all grow bags last year too. Let's walk around here because I want to show you something. Like, I definitely keep a lot of my herbs in containers. And as you can see, right there, those are my chives. Chives are perennials. So they're already coming back. But we'll take and clean out all of these and get everything going. And then finally, our last part of our project, besides replanting some grass seeds and different things like that, will be we're going to plant some new strawberries in this container. But our last task will be is to come in here and clean up all of these beds in here, which is like my small container garden. So we will get all of that done and put in the new greenhouses, take down all the other greenhouses. And that's what my plans will be for this upcoming weeks. Well, actually this weekend, next week. So I hope to bring you along for that. So do know that it's never too late to start. It's never too late to go ahead and get ready to get those plants in the ground. I hope you learned something today. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you're ready for another video. All right, then, you all. Take care. Be blessed. Happy gardening. Bye-bye.